I love to cook, and it's like one of my love languages. And I'm a big believer that like food brings people together. Like I have had the most amazing deep conversations with people over a meal. I feel like in general we all operate from this space of just wanting to belong. And I feel like life in general is just this lifelong search of finding the people you align and belong with. I think life is also about then finding those people that are worth making that choice every day for.
Namaste, Maitreyee.
Namaste.
First of all, thank you for coming on this, conversation
Yeah,
and agreeing to record this
pleasure
one.
to be here.
Nice, very nice. So, I'll just give a gentle introduction about you.
Yes.
है ना? So, this is Maitreyee, and she is in Indore, and she is part of the amazing family that I was just talking about in video with Manish Bhaiya, and she's his daughter.
Yes.
And they have such a wonderful alternative life, and it is so amazing to be in space with your family and to meet you also, because it's very rare to meet somebody who has been homeschooled.
Yeah.
So life is very different like this, no?
Yes.
So let's start with our conversation, okay?
All right.
So let's start with you first.
Mm-hmm.
So who are you?
Big question. I never know how to answer that question. I think I'm just like a human being on this beautiful, amazing journey called life. Just
Hmm.
discovering, exploring what it is to be, what it is to be one with nature, what it is to be one with the people around you.
Hmm. Okay. Hmm. And how has this experience been like?
Um, it's been interesting.
Uh-huh.
So it started out like you said, so homeschool, so very alternative life. Went to school till 8, so like I feel like I've kind of gone in and out of like having a very traditional, like conventional life, and then having a very unconventional life. So like went to school till 8, then got pulled out of school, traveled, learned got to meet so many different people doing so many awesome things, um, got to experience so much work. Worked with I used to volunteer as like an English teacher at government schools, and I also worked with children who had like learning disabilities, stuff like that. So I did all of that. Then decided कि okay चलो अब college जाते हैं, degree ले लेते हैं. Seems like an
Mhm.
important thing to do. So was on semester, like on campus for a semester. Realized कि इसमें तो कुछ मजा खास आ नहीं रहा है. Took a semester break, came back to India, worked on my own startup for a bit. It was called Kotfu. It was kind of like an Airbnb, but
How
for
old were
homemade
you that
food.
time?
I was 18, 18,
18.
19, yeah,
Airbnb, but
for homemade food. So the
homemade food.
entire concept
Hmm.
was like, I love to cook, and it's like one of my love languages. And I'm a big believer that like food brings people together. Like I have had the most amazing deep conversations with people over a meal,
Hmm.
and kind of wanted to bring that to more people. So the idea was ki, like people who are interested in cooking, want to meet new people, they can just post, okay, like I am cooking this today and I have space for so many more, like this many more guests, like at my place. And like if anyone wants, they can then book a meal with that person, and then they can go to that person's house and have a meal. So that was how we started out, and then it like the other part of it was also that it was like this online marketplace for natural, chemical free, pesticide free produce.
Hmm.
So the idea was also to connect the farmers directly to the consumer. So like where your food is
Hmm.
coming from, and you're connected directly to
Hmm.
that person. So did that for a while. Unfortunately, like just as we were kind of getting started out, COVID hit.
Hmm.
So there's like wo chala nahi. And then also like Asmakam, the space, working on it with my mom. So like Asmakam has been we started I think in 2015. Yeah, initially it kind of started out as because both my brother and I were unschooled, and आज जो ये इतना बड़ा घर दिख रहा है नहीं था. It was like this small little place we had. And we would come here. So where we lived before was like a 5-10 minute walk away from here. So we would come here in the day just to be in nature and do whatever while we were in Indore.
Mm.
And then my parents, they, thought, okay, like why don't we open this space up to other people who might want to come and just share space. So like that's how it started out, and like now it is what it is.
Mm.
So yeah, like I guess helped out, co-created that
Mm.
with my family as well. Then did the Godfu thing for a while, and right now I feel like I'm in the more conventional part of my life again, where I am working a 9 to 5 corporate job. But that's been an experience on its own, I think. Like lots of learnings there also. I think how to deal with people. I feel like it's given me a good understanding of how people take.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So how people take? Educate me also a little bit. Maybe people there also want to know.
I think so, and coming also from personal experience, I feel like in general we all operate from this space of just wanting to belong. And I feel like life in general is just this lifelong search of finding the people you align and belong with. I think at the end of the day, that's all it is. It's just spending time. I think that's what makes anyone the most happiest. And I feel like why, at the end of the day, we do what we do, whether that is like a corporate job or it's something else. I think it's all in pursuit of trying to be more and spend more time with our people.
Yes, yes, exactly. So that belonging, right? That
That
makes
belong.
the
Yeah,
difference.
yeah.
Correct. Okay, so my second question to you, what is love?
Hmm. Good question.
I ask
Uh,
good questions.
yes.
Three fixed questions.
Love it. Awesome. Um, so I think like the other day when you had the session on Sunday, we were talking about understanding,
Mhm.
right? Samaj. So I think for me, that's what love is,
Mhm.
understanding someone.
Mhm.
And I feel like more important than understanding, it's complete acceptance.
Mhm.
So even when I don't understand,
Ah.
I still accept
Mhm.
you. Like I may not understand where you're coming from or why you're doing what you're doing or why you are this way, but whatever the reason,
I
I accept you 100% for
Wow.
who you are.
So I stand by you even in your dark side,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That being like, in being present, being available,
Being present, being available, yes.
and caring for you
And caring, yeah.
in any condition.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I think that's a choice we actively make.
Mhm.
And I think coming back to what I was saying, I think life is also about then finding those people that are worth making that choice every day for.
Correct. But then, isn't it? So you are saying this is unconditional. So if you
Yes.
what if I get you correct,
Hmm.
what you mean is if I ever love, then I will not lose the love for that person.
Yes.
मतलब
Yeah.
no matter what they do, what happens, my feelings for rest of my life will be same.
Yeah, I think love is a very infinite resource. I think even like I've met and loved so many people in my life that are not in my life anymore for whatever reason. Um, like we weren't right for each other as friends or as partners or whatever. But like the love is still there. Like I still want them to be happy in their life, wherever they are.
Yeah. True. And does this love have any boundaries also? Like, are there certain people we do not love, or certain things or animals?
I don't know about not loving. I think, and when I say love is a choice, I think so. Every person I've met that I've really truly gotten to know, I feel like I've fallen in love with in whatever way, like romantically, platonically, jo bhi. So I think it's just a choice in get like, do you want to get to know this person? Because I think the second you completely truly get to know someone, you cannot help but love them. Um, then I think the question is just like, does this person fit into your life, or are they aligned with what you
Right.
are aligned with?
Right.
And do you want to continue walking with them or have them in your community or tribe?
Okay. Often, we say I love chicken,
Hmm,
but we eat chicken also.
that's true.
So then, is that same love which you love you're talking about? Is it different kind of love?
I think that's a different kind of
Different
love.
kind
No?
of
I think that love comes from consumption, no?
love. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
So maybe many times, what we do is
Huh.
we say love, but we mean attraction, like,
Yes. Yeah.
you know. Huh, right. But you are meaning a love which comes with like a consistent feeling of acceptance and, like oneness with the
Yes.
other person, keeping them in the heart,
Yeah.
wanting good for them.
Wanting good for them. And I think like that's just, I feel like as human beings, like that's what we're meant to do, is just love very unconditionally, like everything
Hmm.
around. Um, I think then the question always comes in like, okay, what are your boundaries and how you set those? But I think even in setting those boundaries, you can still love other people,
Yes. Huh.
even despite doing that, or like, while doing that as well. Um, and I think like issue kahin na kahin wahi aata hai when we stop ourselves from doing what naturally comes to us.
And then the second layer of mind sort of interrupts, like the
Yeah,
chatterbox
the
starts interrupting.
chatterbox, exactly.
Hmm. So, matlab, there is this part of us which spontaneously knows what it wants, what it should do,
Yeah,
but then there's an afterthought which comes the next second,
yeah.
which gives a reason why not to do that.
Why not to do that, right? I was actually having like very interestingly, I'm having this conversation with a friend back in Goa. And we were just talking about like they had been through some things and they were saying, I find it very hard to like open my heart and trust people nowadays because of whatever happened. And I think for me, like I feel like it's such a basic default to automatically trust people. Like I feel like as human beings, that's the reason we've evolved also, right? Because we were able to trust each other and create these communities and cooperate and coordinate and work together
Hmm.
to come up. And now obviously we live in a world where our default has kind of switched to not trusting,
Hmm.
which I think is not very aligned with
Our
our
core.
our core,
Hmm.
which I think is our core is just like love, trust,
Hmm.
believing the best in
Right.
everyone you see and
Right.
meet until they give you a reason not to, obviously. But
Okay. Right. So you're saying like there are two forces under which we operate, right? One is the force of love, trust, and the second is force of fear or
yeah,
mistrust.
yes,
So even the chatterbox comes from that,
comes
right?
from a place of fear.
Fear,
Yeah,
mistrust. Hmm. Very, yes, that's so true. Whenever I live by my heart, from the smallest act in a day, right?
yeah,
In a moment, what to say, what to do, and to the big decisions in my life, I've always, enjoyed and relished the outcomes.
yeah, right,
And even if they didn't turn out the way they would be, I learned so much. They were profound.
exactly. Yeah, I
So,
think everything that happens is meant to happen the way that it was meant to happen.
yes, yes. So then no regrets also for listening to Chatterbox sometimes?
No,
Hmm?
I think,
You-
I mean, that's also a part of you that's trying to protect you at the end of the day.
Hmm.
Um, I remember speaking with someone and like talking about like how I have a very like I cannot express anger
Hmm.
very well. I don't like being angry and I'm a very conflict avoidant person, which now I'm trying to improve about myself
Mhm.
or change.
Hmm.
Um, And this person said to me, and like it really changed my perspective, is like your anger is also part of you, that the part of you that's trying to protect you.
Uh-huh. Mhm.
So I think maybe seeing that and acknowledging that, like when you feel angry or whatever, or feel is okay, like okay, this is also a part of me that's trying to protect me. Now, what do I say or do to it that reassures it
Mhm. Hmm.
that this is a safe space?
Mm. 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 Interesting. Yes, the space of fear comes from the survival instinct.
Yeah.
Hmm. There's one force of survival and then one force of love.
Yes.
Something like that.
Now, sadly, because of the capitalistic society we live in, I think we are constantly always in survival mode.
Hmm.
And I feel like that's screwed us up so much.
Yeah, it's very can get very toxic also, no?
Yeah.
For one's own mind and
For
well-being.
one's own mind, body, well-being,
Right.
like we're so far away from like how we're meant to be living.
Hmm.
We're so isolated from each other.
Right. Now that brings me to the third question. So, what does it mean to be and live as human?
Hmm. I think for me, at least up till now in this point in life, what I've realized is like to align with nature and the rhythms of nature and all the creatures, humans, animals, fishes, birds, whatever. Um, and to align with your own self and body. So I think living in truth with that maybe
Hmm.
is what it is to live and be human.
Hmm. You mean living in harmony with the rest of nature?
Living in
In
harmony,
alignment?
living in alignment and harmony. Like just for example, like circadian rhythm की हम बात करते हैं,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
right? Or like our patterns of sleep. And I read this article a few years ago called Let There Be Dark,
Mm-hmm.
and it was about how like artificial lighting has messed with our system so much. Like there is a reason the sun is only up
Mm-hmm.
for a certain amount of time, right?
Mm.
Like if we were meant to live in well-lit places the entire day,
Mm.
then I feel like nature would have like the sun would have been up like then there would have been no such thing as night. Like
Mm.
there is such a thing as dark and night, and it's there for a reason. And like a lot of, I think a big part of the reason like we see so many lifestyle diseases, mental health diseases is because we're not in harmony with those patterns of nature that we're meant to be
Mm.
living by or according to.
Mm. Mm. Okay. So to be human is to live in alignment with the nature.
Yes.
Okay. So, and every part of nature. Okay,
Yeah.
of course. Hmm. Thoda, if you can go into certain more detail and describe just a little bit, how would it be like certain more detail, like this alignment, some
Alignment.
examples if
Um,
you could give.
yes. So, ek to I think like if I like in an ideal world, if we think about it, um, living more in places of nature, like surrounding ourselves with nature, um, and I think being in tune with like what our body needs. So I feel like that would immediately stop overconsumption in जनरल, क्योंकि बॉडी को पता है उसको कितना चाहिए, हम उससे मिसअलाइनमेंट में होते हैं, तब हम ज्यादा कंज्यूम करते हैं.
Hmm.
एंड वही पैटर्न अभी चल रहा है सब जगह. कम्युनिटी में रहना, आई थिंक दैट इज द सेकेंड थिंग.
Hmm.
Like when I think of living and being human, I think about like way before technology and all of this, or the agricultural revolution, like how we were living, right? We were living in tribes, we were all living together, everyone had a part in the community. um we were consuming whatever it is we truly needed to be consuming, but then in a balanced
Hmm.
way. Like there was not this like pattern of overconsumption. It was not at the cost of the life and livelihoods of other creatures and other people.
Hmm.
So I think maybe going back to that is what I would say.
Right. Beautiful. That's what I also feel. And hence, I also love being in community, in
Yeah.
Dharamshala, living with the village I live in.
Yeah.
And then travelers as well, being in
Yeah, it's
traveler
so nice.
community. Yes. And then also the spiritual community.
Yes.
Wow, it is just amazing to be part of these communities and feel belonging, feel accepted, very importantly,
Yeah,
right? Don't not to have a fear of judgment
exactly.
and a place where you can count on other people.
Like, so you can count on other people, a place where you can all grow together,
Right.
I think.
Yes. 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 Yeah, that's the main purpose of
Yeah.
any human relationship, probably, if
Yeah,
you talk
yes,
about.
yeah. I mean, yeah, like one part of it is like I accept you as who you are, but also like I recognize that you can be more and like obviously not pushing someone into that also, but like I am here to hold space and hold your hand
Correct.
on that journey.
Yes. वाह क्या बात है सुंदर बहुत सुंदर let's
Thank you.
shake hand on that so beautiful yeah thank you so much for sharing and before we just conclude
Mhm.
this would you like to share I have a fourth extra bonus question in my mind for
Yeah.
you coming so what is your vision for your life like the
Yeah.
remaining lifetime
Yes.
that you have.
Yes. So I did my Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Human behavior, understanding human patterns has always been like it's always been something that I've been very interested in. In my friend group, I'm always the person everyone says, "Oh, like we can come to you, like anything, like you sit, you listen, like no one understands us the way you do." And I think like that's really where my true calling lies is I think in facilitating and holding space for other people. So I see myself probably doing that on a bigger scale, maybe at Asmakam Life University, like running retreats there that focus on like holistic wellness.
Or anywhere across the
Or
world.
anywhere across the world, yeah.
So you want to empower and support people in their journey of wellness.
Yes.
Wow, what a wonderful vision. May the force be with you.
Thank you.
Actually, it is already with you, I feel.
Yes. Now all I need to do is quit my job.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
Maybe your colleagues are listening to this conversation right now.
I hope not.
Well. Eventually, life I'm pretty confident will just unfold like a, lotus flower unfolds, right?
Yeah.
So it's a
I
process.
think, and I've been having this conversation also with like a few friends. I don't know how much you believe in astrology or
Yeah.
okay. So I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
And been having this conversation with like a few other Geminis where like it felt like things were kind of stuck or blocked for the past couple years, and 2026 feels like something has shifted.
Okay. Like unlock.
Something has unlocked or something has like
Wow.
cleared.
Ah, that when I'm feeling and I'm Aries.
Yeah. I think maybe it's just like an overall thing. Maybe I feel
I
like
heard
COVID
that.
के बाद से like it just felt like life had been very stuck,
Right.
or like at least in my life I felt like the last few years have been very much about like learning a lot of lessons. And so I feel like now I've learned at least अभी के लिए जो भी lessons
Wow.
सीखने थे वो सीख लिए हैं. So now I feel like it's more time to actually put those into action.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
No wonder you've been traveling also. So
Yes.
just it's so good. Travel, you continue to learn, continue to share,
Yeah.
and, spread happiness.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Maitreyee.
Thank
Coming.
you. Thank you for
It's so
having me.
wonderful to have you here.
Yeah, it was so wonderful having a
Yes.
conversation.
Any message you'd like to say to our audience as well as we sign off?
Nothing. I would just say like be true to whatever it is that like you feel is your calling. Be true to your heart. Um, give unconditional love to people. I think that's very much needed. And I think like at least I've experienced the more you give, the more like you get back 10,000 fold.
Yeah.
Maybe not from the same place or the same source, but like the universe finds its way to give it back to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your love and the wonderful energy here.